Hey guys, Jarell here, GreyWolf TV. We're back with our reactions to Fringe. Now, I asked your advice in the last episode that I had been pre-warned that episode 12 was quite a weak episode. So I did say, please let me know in the comments whether I should skip it or not. And you all jumped on me and said, no, don't skip it. It's got quite a few nice Walterisms in it. It's a little bit of an obscuring episode. And it's a one-off episode, but it's still worth watching. So I'm taking your advice. I'm not going to skip anything. I don't like to do that anyway. I did mention it was preferable for me to not to, but I asked your advice and you spoke. So if I find this is a really bad episode, it's your fault. No, I'm only joking. Right, so this is episode 12. There's no recap from the previous one because that was the one that was also aired completely out of order that should have been in season 1. And I believe it was also completely mislabeled on the release of the DVDs and was put in as a special episode. At the end, it wasn't even the normal listed order. So there you go. Right, let's get straight on with it then. This is season 2, episode 12.
So you were running away?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what happened. I'm sure as soon as they see you... Oh my God.
God, if I wasn't looking at him myself, I wouldn't believe we caught one.
We're not calling anyone until this thing goes through proper channels.
How much you want to bet somebody in the proper channels leaks it to them?
Oh. What?
John Pekarski was the senior trooper on duty last night. He uploaded his report to the state police database sometime after 9.
According to this report, this kid looked completely normal, and Pekarski picked him up.
Agent Broyles, we found something you might want to take a look at. We found it in their files. There are 30 or 40 reports in there. Strange stories about these deformed people.
Well, some of these are 30 years old. There was no corroboration and no hard evidence, but the vast majority of them occurred in the same area, just outside Edina.
There may be werewolves in these hills.
Werewolves?
The trooper reported that the boy changed in front of his eyes, so yes, I believe we may be looking for some kind of therianthrope.
Do you hear that? That buzz?
Hard artichokes rarely keep Norwegian elephants, Singapore sleep.
What are you singing?
But no idea. It popped into my head. It must be that buzzing. I can't stop it.
Agent Dunham?
Sheriff Belchick.
Then you have heard the stories.
Of course, telling those stories is a bit of a local pastime. You hear them all over this part of the state.
Well, Sheriff, this boy was picked up just outside of your town. And the state police have 30 or 40 unconfirmed eyewitness reports.
Oh, yeah.
Federal agents came into the diner. They had a photograph of Teddy. They're asking questions about the killings.
Olivia!
Hold on!
What the hell are you doing? Oh. Perfect. Jesus Christ, these guys don't give a shit, do they?
Are we there yet, Peter?
Walter, get down!
That's not possible.
Is that the vehicle?
I don't know. It was heading straight for us.
Do we have a preliminary? No plates, no registration. We have a forensic team on the way.
Careful, Peter.
You said you shot at the creature, right?
Yeah.
You sure you saw what you think you saw?
Agent Frog, what happened here is simple. My son shot a beast. We found a man. Obviously, the creature transformed in the interim.
I got a call from our military liaison. There's something to the rumors of military testing at a diner. Turns out the Army was there in the late 70s conducting a series of classified experiments.
Anything to do with
Typical.
scientific ability?
Not that I can tell. The Pentagon files have been almost entirely redacted. I put a call into the DOD, but in the meantime, I'm faxing you what we have.
Walter? Were you involved in any military testing in Edina?
Not that I recall.
Probably.
I'm sure I'd remember something as exciting as human metamorphosis.
Walter, it's very sweet of you to remember how much I love butterflies, but you forgot how much I hate moths.
What have you done to it?
Excuse me?
You saw it, Peter.
Yeah.
It was an astounding creature. That's odd.
What?
There's no sign of histolysis or histogenesis. Nothing to suggest a metamorphic ability. I just don't understand how he could possibly have transformed himself. Yeah. Hardy jokes rarely keep Norwegian elephants Singapore sleep. The testing at the diner. Project Elephant. I think that's where I've seen this mutation before. Maybe I did work on Project Elephant like Agent Dunham said.
More than likely.
The song is a mnemonic, yes?
You must have done it on purpose, Walter.
Yes.
So, what's at the law school library?
Come along, Astrid.
What the hell's in here? Classified documents. The places Walter hides stuff. There you go. Now this is retracted.
They're deformed.
Is there anything in there in the current population of Edina?
1943 was on the side. Why?
I don't know. There's just something strange about these census numbers.
Yeah.
Between the years of 1990 and 2000, 17 people died, 47 people were born. That's the only change in the population.
They don't know anything. Nothing to worry about. It's going to be fine.
You're wrong, Paul. They found out.
Rose, I know you have a special interest in this, but they don't know anything. Others have come before. I'm going to take care of this.
So, the man and the moth didn't transform at all?
No. This is something else entirely. The Army thought that if they could generate a massive electromagnetic pulse, then they could effectively scramble the optic nerve and at the right frequency, make the soldiers invisible to them.
Invisible, yeah.
And you consulted on this project?
Briefly. Come, leave the lights on.
Walter.
What do you see?
Now look.
No, what do you see?
Huh.
Edward Cobb was the scientist who dreamed up Project Elephant. He would be the only one with the imagination and the know-how.
Could be the sheriff.
Listen, Walter, I want you and Astrid to head back home.
This is crazy.
Take cover in the barn! Go!
Be in the basement.
The wishbone.
There you go. Shut it down.
Oh my.
Drop the gun. I said drop the gun. Go home, Rose.
It's gotta stop.
According to our files, your father resigned from his commission in 1979.
Yes.
It was him.
Came back to Edina and worked tirelessly on his machine until he perfected it.
Dr. Bishop?
You can't make this public, Agent Broyles. We need to let them keep their secret.
Dr. Bishop, 3 state troopers were killed.
And those responsible were brought to justice.
Dr. Bishop, did you find the machine? The one that transforms them?
Please. We simply can't...
Dr. Bishop, I don't think you're understanding me. If you didn't find the machine, there's nothing to report.
Yeah, I couldn't find it.
The way you spoke up for those people, you didn't have to do that, Walter. I'm proud of you.
I'm glad you choose to see me the way you do. Very glad indeed.
Okay, so that was a case of the week, as you guys said it would be. That was just a very sad story of a town cut off from the world because of yet another government experiment. Kind of one Walter was involved with, but only on a very small scale. It wasn't really any of his doing. I understand to a certain extent why the guy was in charge of it all, why he did what he did and gave the town a choice to carry on leading their lives as how they should see each other, and perfect his machine to be able to let them see each other that way and let everyone else who comes near the town see them for normal people and not their deformities. But he crossed the line when he started killing people, and it was before this happened anyway with these state troopers. He said we've sent people away before. Whether they'd actually killed people previously or not, I don't know. Maybe he hadn't, maybe this was the first time, but that was pushing it too far. That was always going to open the can of worms and make this eventually come out. And Walter saying, I'm glad you see me the way you do. We've got so much more to explore of Walter yet, with his past, his secrets, his privacy, his experiments, and I fear there's going to be a lot more surprises that possibly we're not going to be very happy with. In particular, Peter isn't. I think that statement is possibly Walter preparing Peter and us for that. Maybe, I don't know. A few have mentioned that the season starts to ramp up after this one from this point here on, so I'm looking forward to that. I can't wait. I'm not going to harp on too much about that episode because it was just kind of the one-off from that. I pretty much figured that one out quite quickly. But there you go. Right, guys, I will be back for the next episode of Fringe in a few days. Until then, please go and post your comments in the video. Don't forget to turn your notifications on, hit that sub, and I will see you for the next episode very soon. Until then, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.